All right, welcome to my live stream, day 8. I do not feel well tonight, so I won't be talking much at all. I will have my trades up here on the screen, though. Let me get my chart up here with Topstep X. Where are you? I just missed this first trade, unfortunately. Easy money. Just a little bit late. Which I can't really afford to be skipping the winners to trade the losers. All right, over here in these little windows, we got the 30-minute up top here and 1 hour on the bottom. Right now we're just consolidating here. So going back to my dashboard, so you can see my account is only at 148,305. Last night I took some trades. I was really sick, so I wasn't able to end up processing the video. I shouldn't even trade it. I was feeling really bad. But I traded out the night a little bit because my account showed that 666 in my account balance, and I didn't want that, so I decided to trade it. Didn't care if I lost or won. Had a loss, and I was like, oh, you know what? I do care. Let me keep trading the night and end up giving back $1,000 of profit. And my risk settings, which we're going to go to now, saved me, so I couldn't be on tilt and give it all back. So $1,000 is my personal daily loss limit right now. I need to increase this to 1,500. Save. I got 20 trades in there. And then my risk, we're looking at around 300 per trade. And my profit, which should be around 750, maybe 600, maybe even less. But I'll start with 750. Save, and then lock risk settings. Yes, lock it out for the day. And my DLL is trailing, so once I make over 1,500, I can no longer have a red day. Basically what happened last night. Let's go back to the charts. Double check that I still have NQ here, NQ there. And there we are. All right, so yeah, we'll see if a trade sets up. I'm a little bummed I missed this one. Just a little bit late trying to get the live stream up. And that setup happened. It would have been nice to start off with a 2-hour winner. I'll be back. We got it set up to the short side right now. I'm going to take this once this trade closes. So basically we had this resistance area broke out, but now it's going right back in. So it could be a fake out breakout. I got to switch. 2 seconds, 1 contract, sell.
Order filled.
Uh-oh. I am short. Let's see what we get out of it. My first target, or I should start with my stop. 732. What does that look like? 3.2. I don't like it because it's right inside of this candle, my stop. But that's the rules. 3.2. Yeah. All right, target 684. So risking 320 to make 630. I never really know what my risk is going to be fully until I'm in the trade because there's a spread. And sometimes that spread opens and closes. I can start looking to take profit if things aren't looking good at 6.99. Like if it comes down here and it's just kind of getting stuck here, I just take my profit. Now the first trade of the night was a winner and I missed it, so hopefully this is not a loser. Not every trade's a winner, that's for sure. Okay, we got plenty of time before the new 30-minute candles open. And this 30-minute candle's got a major rejection taking place. What's the bottom of it? Let's go look at it real quick. Hopefully I don't mess up this trade. So my target is just pretty much at the bottom, but you can see this rejection, huge rejection on that 30-minute candle. Wow, look at that. We got 10 minutes before it closes. So it basically popped out and just instant rejection. Came crashing down. All right, going back to the 1 minute. All right, so we're hitting my first take profit area. If it gets stuck here, I'll pull it off. Because this area I have a risk 1 to make 1. So it's okay if I take my profit off of there. Because at least I have a winner that will pay for the losers. So I moved my limit order down just in case it wants to rip through here. I'd rather get out by being stopped out, by dragging my stop down and it backing up, than to get out because it hit my limit order. Although I probably get better fill if it hits my limit order. But a lot of times I can squeeze more out of the trade. All right, ooh. Too fast, too fast. You see how fast it was? Let's hope it pushes through again. How much time do we got in this candle? 44 seconds? That's a lot. Looking for a good push through here. We're right at the bottom of support though, so I shouldn't mess around with it. Let it poke in here again and I'll take it. Alright.
Order filled.
Okay, so we're out. So 566 was the actual trade on it. So would I risk 3 something to make 566? So not quite a risk 1 to make 2 because of the spread on there. But here's why I didn't want to wait for it. Look what it's bouncing off of. Right, go back into time and look what it's bouncing off of. I don't want to be greedy in that area. Although I would expect it to push through a little bit, create some liquidity and go back up, and I don't know. I don't have probabilities to support that. Good thing I got out. Look at that. I'd be freaking out right now. And then I'll go back into profit. Then I'll be freaking out. And then I'll go back into profit. Right? No thanks. I'm good. Let me update my P&L. Especially when I'm feeling pretty sick. I feel almost like I have COVID. Had COVID a long time ago when it was like brand new. It was rough. I kind of feel like a mild version of that. Alright, so the 2 setups that happened were both winners. If I had taken both of those, that would be awesome, and I'd be looking for a small win, and I'd be done trading for the night with basically taking home a 5R return almost a 5-hour return, maybe a 4-hour return. So if this next trade, I'm basically just going to be looking for that 1 hour out of it. And then I'll be done, because my probabilities are based on hit 5 R's, even if it doesn't actually translate that way because of the spread or slippage or whatever it might be, candle gapping, all those things. But basically hit 5 R's and then I'm done. So as long as I do that, probabilities are in my favor at the end of the week. If I stay past, like last night, probabilities are not in my favor most of the time. Sometimes I can have an epic night, but most of the time I won't. And last night I did not. I gave back $1,000. Not my idea of a good time. So stupid. All because I didn't want to see 666 on my account. And I was like, I don't care if it's a loser or a winner. I'm just going to take this trade. And then it was a loser. And I'm like, I do care. And then found myself over trading because I was just taking all losers after that. And I wasn't feeling well. And just, yeah, it was major brain damage. Trader paralysis kicking in. And then my risk settings saved me. So that was nice. All right, so what's my account balance now? Up top here, 148,871. So this next trade, if I can pick up another 600, which I'll have to be a bit lucky. I'm probably going to get some losers in the mix here. Might have to grind it out for a while. But if I can pick up another 600 and see my account back over 149, that'll be great. Let's go look at the calendar while we're waiting and kind of see what the week is looking like. So scrolling down here, so you can, I mean, it's just roller coaster. This is dumb trading right here. If not, I'd be cruising right here. Be up $72 or $1,800 here, and then I'm probably be back to break even right now with this. Break even as in the high of my account with the trade I just took. If I didn't give away $1,000 then in the night last night. But we'll scroll down. Look at my ugly calendar. So down 2,000 for the week. If I can pick up another 600 before the night is over, then I'll be down, 1,500 or so. And then tomorrow night, if I can pick up another 12 to 1,500, I'll be green on the week like last week. Had a really rough week, but squeaked it out by a few dollars. If I can do that this week, that'll be awesome. So probabilities are in my favor that will happen as long as I follow the rules and I don't dumb trade. All right, let's go back to the charts. So basically, I would just say my accounts, I've been grinding. I see you in here, Ryan. Good to see you, man. My account has just been grinding. It's just grinding along. I did add a second strategy because trading with just one strategy with higher probabilities, meant 1 or 2 trades a night in a 4-hour window and sometimes no trades. So reducing my probability, but increasing my trade frequency and having a good overall daily probability, like success rate. I'm sacrificing the per trade success rate for a daily success rate, but then it allows me to get more trades in as well, finish my stream earlier in the night, and keep things moving a little bit. So again, right back to the support level, just kind of expanding this this channel here. Looking at the NQ on the 1 minute right now. So it's kind of, I like to draw my lines based on high and lows, and also where the most touches are to get a good picture of what might be happening. But things expand, and you got to constantly move your trend lines. But at the same time, it gives me a good idea of what's going on. If a trade looks too sketchy for me, I might just skip it. With the strategy, I have the luxury of doing that. It's a little rough when I do skip the winner to take the loser. Yeah, thanks, Ryan Brian. I didn't look at what happened today. Yeah, big sell off. Getting a bounce. Basically, are there any sellers left? Will tonight start to retrace all of that because there's no sellers left, or will this continue? I guess we'll find out. All right, looks like we're breaking below that channel that was there. Is it a fake out breakout or is it going down? I gotta wait for switches to get in. But if this does come down and I get a switch to the top side, I'm not gonna take it because it may be just coming back up to retest what was once support becomes resistance. And then when it rolls over, I'll take that switch. Or if it wants to get all the way through here, come back, retest, and go, then I'll take that switch. So in the 1 minute candle, we kind of got that. Broke down through, popped back up, and now it's selling off. But it wasn't enough to get me a switch. Break down below here, might keep on going. But it'll go without me because, like I said, I need to have my switches. Now looking at the 30-minute candle, the previous 30-minute candle got retraced half. Now it's breaking down below. It's a good sign for a short. But it is going into some support. What was once resistance should become support somewhere in here. So it's kind of starting to hit that support area. We'll see how deep it can get into it. And then the 1 hour candle, big rejection on the 1 hour candle. Wow. Again, breaking out of that little micro channel. Plenty of room to the bottom side here. Same basic support area from here to here that we saw on the 30-minute. Yeah, I would rather be short than long right now. Unless this thing wants to come back up and go green again, then I would start being curious. So this 30-minute candle retracing back up a little, no big deal. If it can pop up a little bit more, give me a switch, and then sell off, I'll be getting short. So this 5-minute candle finally coming back to retest this trend line. Okay, so now we got to switch on the 1-minute candle. Now let's see if it will sell off. $29614, pretty sweet. Let's look at that in relation to the 30-minute. Yeah, basically back to the bottom of this. Yeah, the biggest question is how much selling pressure will they have tonight after today? Might have a lot. There might be a lot of buyers saying they're just going to sit on the sidelines. Let's go back to the 1 minute because I might be getting in short if this switch happens. Just one contract of the NQ. All right, 5 seconds. Let's see what it does. All right, gonna make me wait for the next candle. If this is a winning trade, it'll be my last trade for tonight. Then I'm gonna call it, hit the bet early. Hopefully I feel better by tomorrow. Come on, down you go, NQ. Down you go. You can do it. Yeah, it feels like a mild version of COVID. It's not fun. All right, we got to switch to the short side. 3 seconds. Is it confirming? Nope, not yet. Almost. All right, 8 seconds. Looks like it's going to confirm this time. Short. I'm in
Order
one
filled.
contract short. My take profit is 29616 as my main. My stop is going to be 29671. It's not a good probability this way, but in the end it works out because I'm risking one to make two most of the time. But I have a lot of losses. A lot of losses where the trade is a winner just because my stop is too tight. 72. So risking 370 to make 735. My first available take profit is at 29634 because I'll be making a one-to-one basically there. Yeah, I'm still bummed that last night I was up $1,800 and I gave away $1,000 of that. I would have gave it all away, but good thing my risk settings trailed and took care of me. All right, let's go. I don't like that rejection. Keep going. Stop that. Hurry up. I want to be impatient. It is a nice little downtrend, though. Nice little downtrend. I'm putting my limit order down there just in case it goes fast. I'll just let it go. I'll put it back here if I walk out of the office. And then I'll just trail my stop as it gets in there. But this would be 3 trades in a row that are winners with my setup. And that's not I mean, it's not uncommon, but every time I get a winner, odds are going down. Yeah, good point there, Ryan Bryan. Hopefully not. Or if it does, maybe it'll build up enough energy and it'll really just crash down. And again, if it spends too much time in this area, then I'll just jump out with a risk one to make one. But we'll see what it does. Definitely getting a bit whippy in here with this 1 minute candle. And again, there's always green candles on the way down, so I can't be discouraged if green candles start showing up. Especially when you had all these red ones. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red candles. Gotta have a green one on the way down. Now we got it. Now let's put 8 more red ones in. Getting stuck right there again. All right, here we go. Yep, we're gonna have green candles on the way down. And candles like to retrace each other, so kind of expected. Where I start to get concerned is where the green candles start closing above the red candles. Then I get nervous. Look at that rejection. That's right. Keep going. Down you go. Yeah, I agree with you about trailing. It's nothing worse than giving away the whole trade when you're just right at your profit target. As long as you have winners to pay for the losers, it's good. So it's kind of hard to average out of a trade because sometimes when you average out of a trade all the time, you end up risking a lot more in a trade than you're making because you're averaging out. And then on those trades that you get stopped out, they don't pay for the losers later. I like to average into trades as it gets closer to my risk. Or if I take a trade inside of a trade, then it's kind of like averaging in and out. All right, what are you doing, NQ? What do we got here? It's 10 minutes left, 13 minutes left before the new 1 hour and 30 minute. We got plenty of time. Come back down. Almost a little spike back up to a test a what was once support will become resistance, but look at that rejection. That's great. 5 seconds. New 1 minute candle opens. Hi, Sophia. Yeah. So now I need to see these candles start making new lows again, or I'll think they're putting a bottom in here. And I don't want to go for that ride. It could still hit the target. It just could be a long time from now. So I'll move my profit target to 1 to 1. if it's going to keep doing this. All right, new 1 minute candle just open. $6.41, huh? Sounds like you took profit then? Yeah, right on. Hey, money, money, money. Take what the market gives us. I might be the loser on this end of the trade. It's going to come all the way back up here and retest what was once support. Will it become resistance? And if not, I'll be tagged out. If it made it a little bit further down here, then it's an automatic move to take one, but it didn't quite get into the zone. Okay, I got 10 minutes left before the new everything opens. 30 in 1 hour. It's plenty of time for this to start coming back down. If it will, we'll see. What does a 30 look like right now? It's hard to see over here. Let's go with 30. Still looks good. Right, still got plenty of room to run to the bottom here. Problem is, this could be normal, like, most candles have a tail and a wick, so are we just putting a tail in which case it won't be anywhere near my target by the time the new one opens. All right, let me go over and drop my stop to take one. Oh wait, actually, just in case this retraces this candle, I'll give it a little bit. I got 20 seconds left. All right, another run back down here and I drop it. So it's got its retrace. Now let's see if it'll come back down again. And if it can't keep going, then it's not working out. I might get stopped out. We'll see. Yep, getting right back up into what was once support. But the problem is that support area is big and my stop is inside of it. So it could easily tag me out. Oh no, don't do
Order
it,
filled.
MQ. And I'm out for a red trade. Should have listened to you, Ryan Bryan. Should have went at least a break even. But I'm just trading my probabilities and took a big F. So now my new account balance on the night, that was a big loss actually. 177 in profit still. All right, wait for the next trade. I guess I'm not going to have an early night. Oh, actually, I'm dumb. So my probabilities were based on 4R and then getting that one extra. So this trade here was a winner. That trade, where is it? Right here was a winner. So I was actually supposed to get out at this green line. Oh no, because that would have been 5, and then I would have been done for the night. And I said that before I got in the trade, but that's what happens when you're sick. You have brain damage, and you don't focus. So now what do? Do I just call it a night with 177 bucks? If we take a flatline switch here, I'll take this trade back short. If not, then I might just call it a night. And at least I'm green. Still a short trade, I think, until we start making higher highs and higher lows. But I have to have the setup, and hopefully it'll come right now. Let's go look at the 5-minute. Yeah, right into this support area, bouncing back up to this resistance area. Yeah, big support area, bouncing. All right, it's too bad I couldn't get a little deeper before going back up, but maybe it'll give it a run now. We'll see. Going over to the 1-minute. Yeah, you're right, Ryan Brian. I am far from 100%, and it's still a green night. So I probably should call it a night. But it's hard when I got a flatline switch sitting right in front of me, and that's my primary strategy with the higher probability. Like 69, it's a little bit lower now. 64, something like that. But the trend is in my favor, so it's pretty good probability right now. But either way, if this does set up, I'll take it and be done, win or lose. And then if it doesn't set up and it's no longer a flat line, I'll just call it a night. And I'll use my lockout button right here so I can't get FOMO and get back in. I love the smiley face. Yeah, I don't know that it will set up. We got 4 minutes before the new 30 and 1 hour shows up. So I would think chances are that they would have a retrace to the upside, which would change this pattern down here. All right, still moving down. We do got a little mini trend line going to the upside here. See if it's going to break it and give me a switch. Let's see. So if it sets up, the TP looks like 6. It's pretty big, actually. It looks like about 30 points to the downside. So around 2960, I think. I'll have to wait till the switch happens and then I can measure off of it and get an actual number. But it looks like it's about 30 points. So I'll be risking about 15. I should put that in the calculator and make sure it's not too much. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay. It's like a $300 risk. So I'll be a little bit more. Probably around $350 risk. All right, still going. In 1 minute, the new 30-minute, 1 hour candle open. So we're going to see if they're going to retrace or they're going to dump. Yeah, definitely a big ask. Let's see if it's even going to set up. Somewhere to the bottom of here is where it would be, I believe. All depends on when the switch happens. It could be below this. But yeah, right around here is what we're looking at. So it might take a little bit. A couple candles. Like a couple 30-minute candles, maybe. New one just opened, so let's see if it retraces. If it retraces a lot, my boxes are going to move, so I won't have a trade. If it retraces all, it might be okay. But once it gets above that, I think they're going to move. All right, going back down again, maybe. Got that rejection. Let's see what the 1 hour looks like. Getting rejected. All right, we'll see. No, cancel. All right, making a run. Let's get my short little stuff put on here first. Okay, we're getting almost a switch. Yeah, it's fun to listen to other traders too. Talk about what they're seeing and what they're thinking and how we can all look at the same chart. Sometimes have consensus, sometimes have disagreement. It's pretty neat how it works. But yeah, you're right, for sure. It's definitely struggling a lot right through here. Hopefully it's going to flush now. We'll see. After I get in. Hopefully it lets me get in, then flushes. Yeah, it's the hardest part with strategies is waiting our turn to play our game. My little 18-month-old is cranky. Yeah, always waiting our turn is the hardest part. It's definitely building a lot of energy here, though, for something. The question is what? Are we going back up? Or are we going down? It goes up a little more. It's going to mess up my flat line. I'm out. It's interesting, too, because as these candles are moving, somebody's buying and somebody's selling. I'm like, why would you be buying here? Or why would you be selling here? Like, what are they looking at that's making them say, I want to buy or sell? They're saying, I want to buy because we're retracing this candle and they think it's going up. Then why would you sell? It's interesting. Or is there no buyers, so price is coming down because market makers are making the market, and that's why it's moving. But I find it hard to believe that there's no buyers. Or other time frames, I guess. If someone's looking at a different time frame, they see different things. Like 30-second time frame. Right now we're on the 1 minute. Maybe there's something in the 5 minute that's interesting. I'm not looking for confirmation bias. I'm not going to get in unless my strategy says, but just curious to see what are people looking at. I guess it keeps popping into a resistance area. A little bit of a trend. I don't know. Maybe VWAP, 20-day moving average, all that good stuff. So many different indicators out there. Still think it's going down overall, though. We haven't made higher highs yet. At least not to convince me. Like, I would need to see highs above here to start making me feel like we're going up. Like above the 296, 297 area, then I would start thinking we might be going up if we start to put in higher highs and higher lows. Yeah, true too. It must be like an interesting game when you have like so many millions and you're looking at a support area and you're looking at all the level 2 data and what people are lining up to do. And then you enter the market with the intention of creating a false breakout and then let everything dump and watch everybody get out and you make a whole bunch of money. Like literally being able to drive the market because you're buying so many contracts. Must be fun when you get at that level. Unless you make a mistake, I guess. Like somebody else is thinking the same thing you are, but opposite kind of thing. Like this is the spot. I'm going long, he's going short maybe. And then one of you loses your shirt. Come on, NQ. Let's go. Back down you go. Go back to the 30-minute. Did we retrace enough? Yeah, we retraced the whole candle. All right, cool. Got plenty of retracement in the 30. 1 hour got almost half. Yeah, so if it wants to start going down from now, I feel pretty good about it. It's got to break 296331 for me to be able to get in this trade. Somewhere right in here. It has to break that for me to get in. Break the blue line. Let's go, NQ. And then keep on going. All right, switch is about to happen. If it can confirm in the next 40 seconds, I'll be jumping in short. Yeah, true, Ryan Bryan. And then once they start to add, they'll push that train. As everybody jumps out from one side and piles in on the other. And then as it slows down, they can push it again. All right, 15 seconds. Gonna jump in short here. 11 seconds. Win or lose, my last trade for the night. All right, I'm in a skosh late, but all good. Stop is at 6-4. Grabbing the wrong thing. Target 592. I hope this is not what we're talking about, right? He just spiked to the below side. Now it's going to rip higher. Hope that's not what's about to happen. I got in a skosh late, so I have a little more risk on the trade than I would like to have. Stop 4975. Right there. Yeah, I think it's a big ask tonight. This has been a strong level. And there's a lot of support below this to keep it up. But it's a big area, so there's also a draw. And a big sell-off this morning, so will it continue tonight or will tonight recover? It is getting stuck, and I don't like it. Okay, coming down to the first area. Feels like it's going to be a grind. I was hoping it would go faster with how much it spent up here going sideways. Thanks, Ryan. I hope it goes there too. But if it doesn't, all good. All right, getting stuck again. It's a lot of red candles. I might just drop my stop here and just call it a night. At least I'll be green on the night. And then I can get to bed early, wake up early. I'd like to let this candle close. See if I get lucky. Alright, I'm going to drop my stop at the top of that candle. And then see if I get lucky. I'll start trailing from there. But at least I won't have a red trade. Reduce some stress. Yeah, definitely a thick area to get through. You're right, Ryan, Brian. See if I'm going to get lucky and it's going to push through here. Either way, green trade. All right, I'm going to drop my stop here now. If it backs up, I'll take it. It might, could retrace, but we'll see what it does. All right, so out of that trade. So that's going to do it for tonight. I'll take that $538 and not be greedy. Call it a night. Thanks for being a trading buddy, Ryan, and keeping my head straight. I appreciate it, buddy. I'll be back tomorrow night. And if you trade during the day tomorrow, man, I hope you have a good day. So now I'm going to come up to the lockout and lock it out for all day. I do not want to be tempted. Yes, lock me out. So now I can't trade. I'm done. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Ryan. I will, buddy. Good luck tomorrow.